All right, we are live. I'm just going to wait 10, 20 seconds as people trickle in. But as you come in, please, in the meantime, say hello in the chat, your name, where you're tuning in from. Make sure you change the message to all attendees and not just the panelists. So that way everyone can see. Also, as you're coming in, feel free to fill in the poll. We've got 2 questions over here. Nice, simple questions. Please do that as you all trickle in. And we'll just wait a couple more seconds and then we'll get started with our event for today. And because I'm a host, I cannot vote in the poll, so. Right, well, let's kick started and people will trickle in as we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, Finimizers, and welcome to another Finimize Live. So for those of you who don't know me or haven't seen me before, my name is Reda. I'm one of the analysts here at Finimize, and I'll be hosting today's event on mastering tools for the modern trader with our partner, IG Investments. Now, before we kick started, just some housekeeping rules. As I said, as you come in, please fill in the polls and feel free to introduce yourself in the chat, your name, where you're tuning in from, and make sure you switch it to all attendees so everyone can see your message. And the way this workshop's going to work today is we're going to have a 15-minute workshop hosted by our guest, followed by 15 minutes of audience Q&A. And that takes me to my final point. Please use the Q&A box down below in Zoom to ask a question. And if you see a question that you like, be sure to upvote it so it moves on to the top and we can get to the most upvoted questions first. You can ask as many questions as you like, and we will try to go through as many questions as we can. So let's kick off. Our event partner for today is leading retail trading and investment platform, IG. If you don't already know, IG provides ambitious, self-directed individuals with the products, technology, and insights they need to access opportunities in financial markets, and they've been doing this since 1974, very long time. We'll drop a link in the chat box below to learn more about them, so feel free to check them out. Now, today, we're very fortunate to have Lefty with us. Lefty is a premium account executive at IG. He manages some of IG's most active traders through execution and service, and provides them with tailored solutions to assist in their pursuit to financial freedom. I love the sound of that. First things first, how are you doing, Lefty?
Oh, very well, Reda. Thank you for asking, and thank you for inviting me to host this webinar. I can say I'm pretty excited. This is my first one with one of our marketing partners, for sure.
Well, I'm very excited, and the floor is yours, so take us away.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, hello, everyone, of course. And as Red has mentioned, my name is Lefteris, or Lefty for short. Both my colleagues and clients call me Lefty, saves a lot of time, of course. And yeah, I am a premium account executive at IG. Now, what that means is I do look after IG's most active traders through general execution and service and providing them with tailored solutions for their financial needs. Prior to joining IG, I was a derivatives trader, mainly trading cryptocurrencies in the early days via perpetual futures contracts. And in my free time, I like to keep active and go for runs as well. I am also a keen chess player. A little bit about IG. We are an execution-only brokerage firm that offer over 18,000 markets. Founded in 1974, we were the world's first financial spread betting firm. Now, we are a global leader in our industry, having won multiple trading and technology awards. Now, the purpose of this webinar is to focus on what tools and features a modern trader needs, which would apply whether you are a new or experienced trader or investor, and how IG provides these tools to our clients. Now, the importance of these tools and features discussed in this webinar are consistent with my own experience and thousands of clients I've spoken to over my years at IG. Now, first of all, let's define what we mean by modern trader. Now, a trader in financial terms is someone who simply buys and sells assets for financial gain. But what do we mean when we say modern? Now, I've spoken to some of my colleagues actually, and they've worked on the trading floors back in the day, where they've told me stories how trading involved shouting and shoving each other to get orders through, and even wearing fluorescent colors as well to gain attention from the brokers. But now we can trade in the comfort of our own homes, on your phone, in your slippers, with a nice cup of tea, without the need to go to an exchange, and remembering hand signals to get trades through. I mean, just looking at some of these hand signals, imagine trying to use those with your current broker. They definitely get the wrong message for sure. So trading has evolved from kind of being on the floor, shouting, screaming, to just tapping away on your phone or a computer. Now, moving on, of course, we will be going over the following to understand why these are key for the modern trader. Of course, modern trader will need to find the right broker, the right account type, make sure they have access to markets and news. Execution of trades is important, as well as risk management tools, and also how to analyze your trades. Well, kind of running a diagnostic, but we'll get into that later on in this webinar. Now, looking at point one, where does the modern trader begin? Well, first of all, you need to find a broker. So when choosing a broker, one of the main things you will need to check is if they are a legitimate company. And usually the best approach is to check to see if they are regulated. For example, in the UK, we have the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, who regulate financial services firms and financial markets in the UK. So you can simply go on their website and do a search for a company name, a bank, or a broker, and see if they're registered. The second thing, of course, is to check the account types offered with the broker. Now, whether you're a short-term trader or long-term investor, do they offer the right account type? Now, if you're looking to short shares or speculate on the price of oil, you may want to choose a CFD or a spread betting account. But if you're looking for more longer-term investing, share dealing may be more appropriate for you there. The third thing, is the broker transparent with their costs? I mean, can you see their costs prior to you even setting up an account? I mean, for example, at AG, what we do offer, we offer a whole website, a web page on our costs and charges, and we're very transparent with everything. And, you know, we do have our help desk lines open 24 hours. If you're not too sure about a particular asset or how much it will cost you, you can always just give us a ring. And something that we've recently added on the platform as well, you can see the indicative closing and opening costs as well of a trade. So just to give you an idea, just when you're about to place a trade, you can see how much it will cost you, total opening, closing, and the daily running costs as well. So you have that benefit here with us. Sorry, I wasn't sharing my screen, apologies. So yeah, you can see this on the platform just before you're about to place a trade. You can see it here on the deal ticket. We're placing the deal, place another one as well. You can see how much it would cost you roughly before placing the trade. So that's a really cool feature there as well. The platform. Is the platform easy to use? Is it a reliable platform? And do they offer support 24 hours? These are, of course, very important for you, as you know, markets can move very quickly. And last thing you want is a platform which works on some days, lags some days. You know, you want something that just kind of works, has a great reputation as well, and has been established for many years. Now, moving on, you then need to choose the right account. Okay, are you more short-term? Are you looking to speculate on the price of oil, gas, short shares, so you can benefit if the price of shares was to fall in value, or simply hedge your exposure in your current holdings, right? You may be a long-term investor. You feel as if the markets won't do too great. Say you're heavily invested in US shares, you can always hedge your investments by going short on the NASDAQ, for example, or the individual shares themselves. Or if you're more of a long-term investor, you may want to opt in for an ISA account or share dealing. A smart portfolio, which is a managed portfolio that we offer here at IG in association with BlackRock. So we use their asset allocation models based entirely on your risk appetite. And of course, we do offer a SIP, which is a self-invested pension plan as well. So you can invest in your pension here with us. does the broker give you access to the right markets? Does it give you access to enough markets as well? So quite often I've come across clients who've created multiple accounts with multiple brokers, and they've simply just been a victim of clickbait, right? You know, you go and fight, can I trade oil? They end up setting up the account and it turns out that they can't. So that's something, of course, you then need to consider. Does your broker give you access to the right markets and enough markets as well? There'll be times that market conditions change all the time. Now you'll see that, you know, a lot of activity in the oil market, especially with what's going on in the Middle East. But if you only have a share dealing and ISA account, you may not be able to gain exposure to that type of market. So IG would be able to give you access to all of those as well. You can trade out of hours with us as well. So on the major indices, you can take opportunities on the FTSE 100, which is of course closed, but you can absolutely trade it here with us. Pre and post market on major US shares. So you could trade PayPal, you could trade Tesla before 2:30 or 1:30 now that the time's gone back by an hour. We also offer weekend markets as well. So if you want to take a position over the weekend on, like, let's say the pound dollar or a major index, you can absolutely do that here with us as well. News. Do you have access to news on your platform? Do you have to have your news tabs open as well as your platform, as well as your, you know, other bits of information that you may use? Can you have it all in one? So just to give you an idea of what I'm referring to here at IG, right? And, you know, we put a lot of time and effort into our platform over the years as well. And, you know, we've tried to kind of have it all in one place rather than you having to kind of switch multiple tabs. It can be quite annoying as well and tedious. So we do have a live news feed as well that is updated very regularly as well, and kind of gives you some insight into what's going on in that particular market. So it could be something as, I don't know, you could be looking at corn, for example, and you can find some news on corn as well. So even the more obscure markets, you'll be able to find some news on that's been updated. We also offer educational material, sorry. So like we have the IG Academy, we have the daily FX pages that host weekly webinars by our market analysts. We have in-house market analysts here as well, and they're all free to join as well. So you could just sign up with a demo account. Of course, I'll attach the link later on. But yeah, you can create a demo and have access to over 10 free courses, and they kind of start you off from the basics. Introduction to financial markets, how trading works, goes over risk management tools as well. So yeah, really great stuff. And just kind of give you an idea. In fact, I can show you while I've got the platform up on how to access that. And as mentioned, you can access it with just a demo account. You'll have this Academy section here. And of course, you've got the online courses, and it will kind of give you some understanding of technical analysis, trading psychology as well. Fundamental, really great courses there as well. So really good positive reviews, and you can download it on the app there as well. It's called the IG Academy app. Yeah, so moving on. So we've gone through to access to markets and education, content posted weekly as well, execution and risk management. Now, what is execution and why is it important? Execution is simply the completion of a buy or sell order of a trade. Now, why is it important? Three main reasons: speed, price improvement, and sourcing better prices. Execution is very important, especially in this day and age now where markets can really move and they can gap really quickly. Speed is extremely important. Where market conditions can change rapidly. Modern traders require fast execution to take advantage of market opportunities, especially in volatile markets. Delayed execution can result in missed opportunities. Now, we have filled orders from submission to fill as fast as 0.027 seconds, to give you an idea. So really quickly. And, you know, clients have come to us, new clients who kind of returning clients, they've come to us and have said that our execution is fantastic from what they've kind of experienced as well. Price improvements, what do we mean by that? So kind of during volatile times, markets can move very quickly. So when you place a trade, some providers out there may fill you in at a worse price. So as an example, you wanted to get in at a price of 10, but by the time you place a trade, The market's moved up 5 points, you get in at 15. At IG, we would accept the price you asked for within a tolerance that you can set. So if the market has moved too much, we would simply ask you to resubmit your order rather than filling you at a level that you didn't ask for. So if the price has moved in your favor, of course, we would give you the price improvement. So improving your entry point. So by the time you've clicked 10, but the market is, you wanted to buy at 10, but the market has dropped to 8, we would honor that 8 and give you that 8 as your new price. So it's an improvement on your end. And sourcing better prices. What do we mean by that? It's when we quote a price, we don't take prices just from one venue, but multiple sources. So, and to give you an idea, the way we price our foreign exchange, our FX markets, is that we take the best bid and best offer from the 12 largest banks, and we simply attach a spread. So one bank could say, it could be HSBC. I'm not too sure who the banks are, to be fair, but it could be HSBC, the major ones, or Goldman Sachs. HSBC might have the best sell price. Goldman Sachs might have the best buy price. We will take those prices and simply attach our spread on that as well. So that's all we take. So, and it kind of gives you better pricing as well for when you're getting in and out of your trades. Risk management. Now, the types of stop offered at IG, for example, is the normal stop. You've got the guaranteed stop and the trailing stop. Now, the normal stop is the general stop offered by the majority of providers out there, which closes your position at market. Risk of closing a position at market sometimes can experience slippage. And during volatile markets, this can be quite high. So you've set a stop loss of 10 points away, risking, I don't know, £10. But the market is gapped. You end up losing £15 because that was the closest fill that they can get you in at. At IG, we can offer you guaranteed stops with no slippage. So if you were looking to trade through a volatile market and you don't want to lose more than £10, for example, we can guarantee that you get out at that £10 loss with a small premium attached to it. So think of it as a form of insurance that IG are offering you. We also offer trailing stops, which is a really cool feature as well, which some of you may have come across, mainly used to lock in your profits and limit potential losses in a trending market. So as the price moves in your favor, you could set a step count of 5 points of your 20-point stop loss. So every time the price moves up by 5 points, your stop would also move up by 5 points as well. So it's kind of helping you lock in those profits as well as limiting your losses as well. Yeah, now coming on to the final part, which is probably my favorite feature I've ever seen on any platform. And this is the trade analytics tool. It's a unique feature for all IG clients. I'm not too sure if it is available in the demo. That is something I will have to double check. But yeah, this is giving you a breakdown of simply your risk reward ratios, profit loss ratios, win loss ratios, return rates, and your best and worst markets. Now, I will actually show you this live right now and to give you an idea of what it would look like. So we have been using our spread betting account here for quite a while, currently running a £3.35 profit. We have this button here, Analyze Trades, and it will take you to the Trade Analytics page. Here you can see the overview over the last 30 days. We're currently losing £90.40. You can see the total daily return and what markets we've traded. Now we can actually scale this back as far as, I think, you can set the date to what you'd like, but I'd like to do it by a year. So what the longer time frame you choose, of course, the more accurate it'll be with regards to your trading strategies as well. So you can see here, total P&L from closed positions, £228.16. You can see the adjustments. Now the adjustments are referring to the costs, could be referring to any costs and charges, any foreign exchange adjustments. Now, as we scroll down, you get to see a better picture. You can see our return rate is above 1, which means our strategy is making money. We have a win rate of 38%, so 53 out of 148 trades which were closed were in profit. However, the average profit was 1.73 to 1. So average profit was £13.98 compared to an average of £8.06. So you can kind of see it builds you a picture of what your strategy is doing, how it's doing, and it's kind of running that diagnostic test, as I like to call it. So you can see here that US tech, we've done pretty well. Euro USD, win rate is 50%. average profit has been higher than our average loss. This is winning, even just by a small amount, but it is still a winning strategy. And as we go down, you can see that options may not be our thing. Some euro, Swiss franc, also not our thing. So I've actually spoken to some clients as well who've used this tool, and what they found is that they really like trading gold and the Nasdaq. So like two markets that they'd be mainly trading, nothing else. And what they found by using this tool is that although they love trading gold, they weren't winning. They weren't a winning trader on gold, and they can actually kind of gauge exactly how and what they were doing. I think in this particular case, his risk reward ratio was quite bad. So he'd be risking, let's say, £10 to make 8. So over time, and of course, if that strategy wasn't winning, of course you'll be losing money on that trade. So trade analytics tool is fantastic. It really helps you build a bit better picture of your strategy. And you can actually gain access to this on a live account after you've placed your first 10 trades as well. Of course, should you wish to trade with IG. So of course, yeah, we are on social media as well. Twitter handles, you can see IG.com, IG Squawk as well. You've got the daily FX page provided by us as well. Really great economic calendar, so you can keep an eye on those major events going on. And yeah, I think that's it. I mean, look, if you feel that there are any features or tools that a trader would need that you feel like I've missed out on, please add them in the chat, right? I mean, all these tools and features have been consistent with what my personal experience has mentioned and with clients I've spoken to over the years. But yeah, please feel free to ask as many questions as you wish. And also, I have agreed with Radar that I will be available for a week. So my email will be added in the chat, where you can just reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to give you kind of a one-on-one, sort of just a friendly chat, really. And you can call it what you want, a consultation, a date, you can call it whatever you want. That way we can actually just have a chat about what you're currently trading or what you're investing in, and just kind of get an idea in terms of what IG can offer you as well. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about us, learn a bit more about me, or kind of our products, just absolutely feel free to reach out at any time. But yeah, ask as many questions as you can, guys, as you have.
Amazing. Thank you very much for that, Lefty. And on that, let us jump to questions. There's quite a lot coming in from the audience. So let's start off with James, who's asking, how does IG compare or benchmark itself to other trading platforms? Is there a regular check against these various factors, such as fees, speed, breadth of education, and so on?
Well, I mean, yeah, we do of course have our in-house team who do the competitor analysis. Of course, that's just natural with every company, not just kind of brokers. When it comes to education, we have that reputation in the industry that no one comes close, for sure. We have our very own in-house live TV studio when it comes to access to news, and having kind of guest speakers as well, right? We have our, you've probably heard of Chris Beecham, who's kind of been featured on Bloomberg. He's been featured on the Sky, I believe, Sky as well, BBC, of course. And when it comes to fees, I mean, look, we've been established for almost 50 years. We're coming up to 50 years next year. And that is something we've managed to kind of keep low. And we are realistic with what we charge our clients. I mean, of course, you'll have the odd broker who may be charging you less, one thing, but for how long and what sizes as well. We send more orders to the market than any other provider here in the UK as well. So we are a fairly large company, established in 74, offering over 19,000 markets in fact now. So it's I think I got that bit wrong. So yeah, I'd say we are leaders. We do consider ourselves innovators as well. So we created the concept of financial spread betting, which is, sorry, don't think I covered that. Spread betting is a tax-free way of trading. So it's only available in the UK. So we've created that here at IG many years ago. So we gave people the ability to trade. The first market was gold. IG actually stands for Investors Gold. So yeah, it was the first market we gave our clients to trade on, speculate on the price of gold, absolutely tax-free. So you're not paying any capital gains tax. So we're we recently bought Tasty Trade, which is an options provider in the US. No news on that, whether that's coming to the UK or not. So we are expanding. We're always looking for more ways we can service our clients through products and our services.
Amazing, thank you. And then the next question comes from Julian, who's asking, do you have the trade analytics, the thing that you showed on the ISA stock and share account? Because he cannot see it on his account. So do you have that feature for ISAs?
So it's only available for the spread betting and CFD account. However, there has been a lot of interest into getting that on the share dealing and ISA account as well, and a lot of feedback. So we thrive on client feedback, right? So the platform that you see there today is a mix of client feedback, what they want, what they don't want, right? We try to make a platform, for traders, built by traders. So yeah, no news on that just yet, but I am aware that there is a lot of interest in getting that on the investment accounts, such as the share dealing and ISA.
Amazing. And then the next question comes from Diego, who's asking, are there any minimum financial requirements, for example, minimum pounds or being an accredited investor to create an account with IG?
So create an account with IG is free. So you can create a live account for free. You don't have to add in any funds at all whatsoever up until you're comfortable and ready to proceed. And yeah, I mean, if you wanted to kind of trade on the spread betting and CFD account, for example, we do offer minimum reduced sizings for the first 31 days. So if you wanted to risk pennies on the account, minimum deposit is only £250. And you can risk pennies. You can go as low as 13 pence a point on some of these markets as well. So if it moves against you by 10 points, you'd only be risking about £1.30 there. So yeah, it's absolutely free to create the account. You have full access to all the news and analysis, the weekly webinars, the IG live TV as well. You have free access to that. So please feel free to create an account. You can close it anytime you wish as well. So that's that. We won't take it the wrong way. Of course, if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Amazing. And next question comes from Kemi. Can we trade US ETFs on the ISA accounts?
Right, that's a good question. So US ETFs, now the regulation is that all ETFs, I don't know if it's for the whole of Europe or just the UK, but I'm going to speak, but as we're, of course, as we're based in the UK, I think it's a European law actually. So US ETF, so all ETFs must have what we call a key information document, and the key information document outlines the risk. So I'm just going to share with you exactly what I'm referring to there. Sorry, what was the name of that gentleman? Was it Diego Reyna? Sorry.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Kemi, Kemi.
Kemi, sorry,
So
Diego.
you take a swing of that as well.
Apologies. Yes. So am I sharing the share dealing? Yes. So share dealing ISA account, generally we offer the same products. So what I'm referring to by the key information document, if we went onto the ETFs, for example, this one doesn't have a key information document, which outlines the risk of that ETF. So I know the UK ETFs all have one. It's requirement by law. So if we chose a UK ETF, let's just try and put markets are closed now. Anyways, let's say the Vanguard ETF. It has a key information document here. Just to open this up, this key information document is outlining the risk. Now, US ETFs, they don't require, in the US, they don't require to have this document, but here in the UK, it is a requirement. And that is why you won't be able to trade any US ETFs. Now, if US ETFs have this document, absolutely fine, you can trade them, but we're restricted by regulation as to what we can offer in a share dealing and ISA account as well. So yeah, if they don't have this document, you can't trade it, I'm afraid, with us.
And there's another question from the same gentleman. What is managed portfolios?
Managed portfolio. Now, for those, of course, who maybe don't have the time to kind of keep an eye on their shares and kind of be as active as they'd like to be, could be many reasons, right? Mainly due to their other commitments like work and family. So a managed portfolio was what we call it a smart portfolio here at IG, and it's a portfolio that invests your assets in accordance to the BlackRock asset allocation model. So in essence, we are taking what BlackRock would do. So if you went for a more aggressive approach, we would invest your funds into ETFs that are considered aggressive, so more high risk, high reward, for example. You can have more. I believe there are 5 choices as well that you can go for a more moderate approach, more growth approach. So yeah, and the only thing you're doing there is funding your managed portfolio, your smart portfolio, and choosing your risk appetite. And we would invest your funds in accordance to your risk appetite using BlackRock's asset allocation model, which is it's a fairly new product that we're offering here. And yeah, it has shown, I mean, clients do have a lot of interest in it as well. I mean, I can imagine, you know, the majority of you may not have all the time in the world to keep an eye on the screens. So yeah, absolutely. So you can find a lot of information on smart portfolios on the website here. Just to give you an idea, if you just went onto our main website, you can find ways to invest. You can find it under this section here, where you'll find all the information on costs and charges, and also the investment calculator as well to see what you can expect to receive. But I mean, of course, you know, past performance is not indicative of future results there as well, but it just kind of gives you an idea.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for now, but the good news is, for all the people who couldn't, you know, get your questions through to Lefty has kindly dropped his email and he has given you a week. So if your question was not answered, or if you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to email him. I'm sure he'll get back to you in due course. We have unfortunately run out of time today. That was extremely fascinating, really useful. Hope you found it as useful as well. Lefty, thank you so much on behalf of myself and Finimize and the entire Finimize community.
Thank you very much, Reda. And yes, to everyone who's attended, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to speak to you all. And look, if it extends past a week, well, we can always make time for sure.
Amazing. Thank you once again, Lefty. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and enjoy your evening, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you and see you next time.